Good morning everybody. This is Dr. Sekhar Chandra, chemistry teacher. Welcome to CEI. Today I will teach different questions related with the hard water and soft water. Last two classes I have discussed about the hard water and soft water, and now I will show you some few interesting questions, and then I will discuss of those questions. So one by one, let me discuss. Number one, advantages of water. Advantages of hard water. So what are the advantages of hard water? First of all, first advantage, it gives a refreshing taste, because you know soft water has no taste, has a flat taste. So hard water has a refreshing taste. Hard water supply important or essential minerals, that means nutrients, which are very much required for living organisms, including human beings, for their growth and also to survive. And finally, in urban areas, drinking water is supplied through the lead pipe, because hard water is there. Otherwise, if the soft water is supplied, then we get the lead poisoning. So, in urban areas, we supply water or hard water or water through the lead pipes. Second, disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of hard water? There are many disadvantages. Among them, the importance are, first of all, if you take hard water, we have a stomach upset, indigestion. It is not helpful for cooking, for laundry. Even you cannot use in boiler. So these are the disadvantages of hard water. The third question, soap is wasted. Soap is wasted for washing dirty clothes. Soap is wasted. Soap is wasted for washing dirty clothes. That means if you use hard water to clean the dirty clothes, the soap is wasted. Why soap is wasted? Because the first function soap is to remove the hardness of water. So after removing hardness of water, then it is useful for making froth or leather, for which the dirty clothes can be washed. Now, let me explain the mechanism why the soap is wasted. Because you know the hard water contains some hard ions like calcium, magnesium, of their chlorides, sulfates, and bicarbonates. So soap first remove. So first remove those salts or those ions which are responsible for hardness of water. Remove, and then it washes or then it cleans the dirty clothes. So what is soap? Soap is nothing but sodium salt of higher fatty acid. Example, stearic acid, C17, H35, COONA. This is sodium stearic. This is a formula of the soap. Now, what is the function of soap? First, it will remove the hardness. Suppose calcium ion, C17, H35, COO whole twice Ca, or C17, H35, COONA, soap plus magnesium ion, C17, H35, COO whole twice magnesium. So, first calcium and magnesium, which are responsible for the hardness of water, removes by the soap, sodium stearate. So, calcium stearate and magnesium stearate is deposited, removing calcium and magnesium from the hard water. So, hardness is removed, water becomes soft. After that, soap is used to form lather or foam for cleaning the dirty clothes. That's why soap is wasted. So, I repeat. Soap is nothing but sodium or sodium salt of hard fatty acids. Example, stearic acid. Stearic acid, then sodium salt is sodium stearate. Sodium stearate removes the calcium ion from the hard water. Foaming calcium stearate is deposited. Similarly, sodium stearate removes magnesium ion from the hard water. Foaming magnesium stearate, both of them are deposited, known as scum. The scum, as a scum, they are removed. After that, it is used for washing the clothes. Fourth question. Hard water cannot be used in boiler. In boilers. Why? Why hard water cannot be used in boilers? Because you know, in boilers, the water is used and constantly this water is boiling, steam is produced, and with the help of the steam, the vehicles or car or engine or train, whatever, it moves. So if you use water as a hard water, what will be the effect? What will be its effect on the boiler? Because on the boiler, if you use hard water, during boiling, this hard water is converted into soft water. When it is converted, especially temporary, including permanent, of course, including permanent, becomes soft. In that case, deposition or what do you say? Deposition or hard crust is formed at the inner wall of the container of the boiler. I repeat, when hard water is boiling in boiler, then hard water is converted into soft water due to the deposition of calcium and magnesium carbonates, including due to formation of the insoluble calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate. Water deposited over the container, over the inner wall of the container, or inner wall of the boiler. So a hard crust is formed over the inside the boiler, and then the space becomes, and then due to the formation of deposition, hard crust is formed, and because of this hard crust over the inner wall of the boiler, there is a difference in temperature in the outer wall and the inner wall of the boiler. So due to the difference in temperature, due to the annual expansion of the container, of the metal present in the container, the explosion or cracking or explosion might take place in the boiler. Okay, next question, that is number 5, that will be how is deposited inside the kettle. Fur is deposited because you know, or you have seen, I hope, that in kettle where we find the people are preparing tea with the kettle, and there water is continuously or constantly boiling over there, and then if you observe, then you will find that some deposition takes place or deposition occurs inside the kettle, and this deposition is called fur. My question is, fur is deposited inside the kettle. Explain. Fur is deposited inside the kettle. Inside the kettle. Explain. Now, what is fart? Fart is nothing but solid solid crust of calcium, magnesium carbonate, calcium chloride, and calcium sulfate. How are they formed inside the kettle? Because when hard water is boiling, the soluble calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate are deposited as calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. Calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate, which are soluble in hard water, they become insoluble crust. After prolonged boiling, they form solid crust as a insoluble calcium, magnesium chloride and sulfate. So fart is nothing but solid hard crust or deposit of calcium, magnesium carbonate, sulfate and chlorides. And because of the formation of the fart, the kettles cannot be used for a long time. Okay, this is the question. Next question, what is thermosolvency? What is thermosolvency? What is thermosolvency? Now you know, in urban areas, water, that is drinking water, supplied through the lead pipe. If the soft water is supplied through the lead pipe, then lead slight amount dissolves in soft water, and the soft water becomes lead poisoning. That means soft water contains some lead ions. That is called lead poisoning and is very harmful for the human being and living organism. Lead poisoning. So, due to the formation of soluble lead ion present in water, drinking water, is very dangerous for the human being or living organisms. So this phenomena is called thermosolvency. That means, I repeat, that when soft water, if the soft water is supplied to lead pipe, then lead ions mixes with soft water from the lead pipe. Lead ions from the lead pipe mixes with the soft water and make it polluted, lead poisoning, and make it lead poisoning. And this phenomenon is called thermosolvency. Because of the presence of soluble lead ion. Okay, it is called thermosolvency. Next question will be, now in urban areas, hard water is supplied through lead pipe. Explain. Why? Because if soft water is supplied through lead pipe, then you know thermosolvency takes place, that is lead poisoning occurs in water and water becomes polluted. But if the hard water is supplied through the lead pipe, what will happen? This hard water continues passing through the lead pipe, they form some solid hard crust of calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate and calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate and calcium chloride, magnesium chloride deposition over the lead pipe. So direct contact with the water and lead pipe or lead cannot take place together. I repeat, with the formation of hard crust over the lead pipe, there is no contact between the lead and water, so lead poisoning inside the water cannot take place. That's why hard water is can be supplied through the lead pipe. And so in urban areas, hard water is supplied through the lead pipe. There is no harm for the human being or any other living organism. I repeat, if soft water is supplied, lead poisoning occurs, thermosolvency occurs. But if the hard water is supplied, in the formation of then hard crust or solid hard crust of calcium magnesium carbonate sulfate and chloride of calcium magnesium deposited inside the lead pipe. So there is no contact between lead and water. That's why lead poisoning cannot take place, or we can avoid lead poisoning in water. So we can safely supply hard water to the lead pipe. That's why we can use hard water in the lead pipe. Okay. Then questions regarding hard water and soft water we will discuss in details. No more today. Okay. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.